So today we're going to talk about Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, the heroine of My Immortal. For those of you who have lived under a rock or are 12, My Immortal was the infamously bad Harry Potter fan fiction. So today we're going to talk about Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, the heroine of My Immortal. For those of you who have lived under a rock or are 12, My Immortal was the infamously bad Harry Potter fan fiction about Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, the 2000s emo girl who manages to screw every Harry Potter character, meet Marty McFly from Back to the Future, do all sorts of crazy things while mostly talking about her wardrobe. Strange Eons has covered My Immortal much better than me. Go to her channel, see her videos on My Immortal. I learned everything I know about My Immortal from Strange Eons videos. But after binging Strange Eons My Immortal content this week, I went to Archive of Our Own and I started looking at fan fiction of fan fiction, because that is a thing. I know that is a thing because I've written fan fiction of fan fiction before. The Asuka and Shinji love children from Aki-chan's life and Evangelion Retake are certainly favorites of mine, and they have appeared in several of my own fanfics with shout-outs to the original authors. So I know that fan fiction leads to fan fiction of fan fiction, and there is a crap ton of My Immortal fan fiction. My Immortal fan fiction that either is associated with the Harry Potter universe or not. And a good number of My Immortal fanfics are set in the Harry Potter universe. And there's a disclaimer on them that says, I do not support J.K. Rowling, her views about transgender people, but I really love Harry Potter, and I love My Immortal. I love the story behind My Immortal. I love that Ebony is such a batshit character. And, a few of these are meant to make Ebony from a batshit caricature of a 2000s emo girl into a realistic, gothic British girl who might have appeared in Harry Potter. I've read 3 pages of Harry Potter back when I was like 9, and saw maybe 4 of the movies in middle school because a friend of mine was really into it. I am not a Harry Potter fan. J.K. Rowling's descent into mania does not really affect me for the most part, because I don't like Harry Potter. I've never been into it. I was never part of that subculture. When I was that age, I was reading The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which was a great book series and is still being published, strangely enough, and at the time was not being published as an anime book. It is now only being published as an anime book, which is very sad. But, I wasn't a Harry Potter kid. I am fascinated with Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, who is named after Gerard Way. The lead singer of My Chemical Romance is said to look like Gerard Way, isn't related to Gerard Way, but would like to screw Gerard Way. It's a crazy premise. So a lot of the fan fictions are fan fictions of a fan fiction set in the original Harry Potter universe. One just got finished writing last month. It was finished last month and includes absolutely excellent illustrations of a realistic scene girl Ebony in British public school uniform. And it's very well done. It's a very anti-J.K. Rowling. Ebony ends up dating a trans girl, has an actual bisexual romance. It's very good. It's very well done. On the other hand, plenty of My Immortal fan fiction says, screw it. Harry Potter is not what I want to do. I don't want Ebony associated with Harry Potter anymore. Ebony is her own thing, and that's very true. The My Immortal story has nothing to do with Harry Potter. The author of My Immortal, the infamous Tara Gillespie, doesn't keep anybody's name the same, even from Harry Potter. All the main cast of Harry Potter are turned into these kind of caricature Satanists. There are Vampire Diablo and Bloody Mary, and they don't really have any relation to the plot, except for that Ebony seems to date all of them at one time or another. So is Vampire Potter the same person as Harry Potter? Absolutely not. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter is kind of infamous as the wish fulfillment character of a Gen X British person. He's, an abused child who has magical adventures and is simultaneously a Gen X fantasy and a ripoff of Victorian boarding school fiction. And Tara Gillespie's Vampire Potter from My Immortal is a bisexual Satanist who has a tattoo of a pentagram and spends his time either dating the main character or dating his rival. And it's incredibly stupid, and of course the original My Immortal was terribly fetishistic about gay men. But there's really nothing there that is the same. I mean, everybody has said it, and maybe I'm not a Harry Potter expert, but I can certainly see nothing in there is the same. Everyone in My Immortal is a caricature of something. The headmaster apparently listens to Ashley Simpson in My Immortal. I mean, it's all just terribly nutty stuff. And that, I think, has led to the number of My Immortal fanfics that have nothing to do with Harry Potter. I mean, one of them includes the love interest who was a Harry Potter character, but his name is changed from Draco to Dragon. I mean, it's not very subtle. I mean, it's fan fiction of a fan fiction probably written by a 14-year-old. Others have gone completely in weird directions. One was a meta fanfic about the writers of My Immortal being the characters of My Immortal. So I think it's safe to say that My Immortal isn't Harry Potter in the strictest sense. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's, Schrodinger's Harry Potter. Is My Immortal Harry Potter? Is My Immortal not Harry Potter? It's kind of for everyone to decide, but the problem is that everybody is boycotting Harry Potter at the moment. J.K. Rowling's right-wing political stances have led to pretty much everybody giving her their middle finger. And at this point, hating J.K. Rowling is about the most ridiculous, or the standard fantasy litmus test. If you're a J.K. Rowling fan, you're not going to be accepted in a lot of left-wing fantasy literature discussions. And if you're on the fence, you're not going to be, accepted in that. You have to be actively boycotting J.K. Rowling. And a lot of right-wing people say, no, I love J.K. Rowling, blah, 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 blah. And my former roommate, who was a right-wing wackadoodle, said, I'm going to play the Harry Potter video game because, I don't care about politics. He was, I guess, not caring about politics is something right-wing wackadoodles say about themselves. But, the thing is, I certainly I don't care. As I said, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I support transgender people. I don't care about boycotting Harry Potter, though I'm just not interested in it. However, I don't think My Immortal counts as Harry Potter. Some people say anything Harry Potter counts as Harry Potter. Some people say the fan-made prequel timeline counts as Harry Potter and should be boycotted. That My Immortal counts as Harry Potter and should be boycotted. That the rip-off Harry Potter romantasy novels count as Harry Potter and should be boycotted. That anything that is remotely a rip-off of Harry Potter doesn't count and should be boycotted, up into I'm in Love with the Villainess, which is a Japanese lesbian show that is just kind of vaguely Harry Potter. I don't think that has any real connection. It's Harry Potter in the French Revolution setting with lesbians. But people say boycott that, and I get the sentiment. Back on topic, does My Immortal count as Harry Potter? I think My Immortal doesn't count as Harry Potter. I think Vampire Potter and Diablo Wesley and Mary Bloody Smith or Bloody Mary Smith have absolutely no relation to the Harry Potter characters that they're supposedly alternate universe versions of. Ebony, Darkness, Ravenway has nothing to do with Harry Potter. Strange Eons put forward the author of My Immortal probably didn't give two shits about Harry Potter and was only trying to please her friend who was into Harry Potter. And stuff like that has happened before. People have worked in genres to please other people, and fan fiction is a little more messy. But I think, even if you're boycotting Harry Potter as Harry Potter proper, the My Immortal universe has nothing to do with Harry Potter. Ebony, Darkness, Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway, she meets Marty McFly and sleeps with the Harry Potter villain after sleeping with the Harry Potter heroes. It's nuts. It's terrible. But I think she should be used more. I think Ebony is such a fascinating bullshit character, and all her bullshit is hilarious. And I think she should appear more. I apparently in the majority there because of the number of anti-J.K. Rowling My Immortal fics currently making their way around the internet. If you want to call me out for not boycotting Harry Potter enough and not being supportive for trans people enough, I guess that's fair. But comment below. Do you think My Immortal counts as Harry Potter? I think saying My Immortal counts as Harry Potter is like saying Percy Jackson counts as Greek mythology. I don't think it does. But comment below.